What's going on, Niner fans? How we doing? Let's go. The 49ers officially announced the signing of Brock Purdy today. 49ers officially on their website, on their social media pages, they officially announced Brock Purdy's 5-year contract extension, which was agreed to on Friday. A couple of days it takes to get all the hoopla going, and they officially announced it. And tomorrow, Wednesday, at 1:30 p.m. Pacific, there's going to be a press conference. Brock Purdy's first press conference since becoming the $265 million man. That's going to be cool. Got my time set up so I can be ready to watch that. And that's going to be fun. So Brock Purdy press conference tomorrow. He's officially locked in with the 49ers. There was some interesting news this morning about the contract, according to Adam Schefter. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some more news. Also, the 49ers officially, their 6% minority stake that they sold to local Bay Area families, it officially went in to approval today. So that 6% minority stake that the 49ers sold to their team was involved. It went through. We'll talk about that, and we'll just talk about whatever other news is out there for the 49ers. I saw a little rumor. I don't know if it was a rumor, but a take, I should say, about the 49ers and a potential wide receiver. We'll talk about that. So how the heck is everybody doing? What's going on? Steven Reynolds, Peter Parker, what is going on? Daniel Berry, I'm hyped up. The 49ers signed Brock Purdy officially today to his 5-year, $265 million contract, 5-year deal. Man, the 49ers even changed their profile picture to picture of Brock Purdy, QB1. You got to love it, man. This team truly is taking everything they can, and they're supporting Brock Purdy. They give him full confidence, the no trade clause. This is what John Lynch said about Brock Purdy on the official press release once they signed Brock Purdy today. He says, Brock is a tremendous leader and a fantastic representative for the 49ers organization. We are ecstatic to get this deal done. When we took him with the last pick in the draft, we knew he had potential to succeed in the league, but we had no idea how special of a player he would become. He has played an exceptionally high level since taking over the starting job. We look forward to seeing him continue to lead this team for years to come. So that's what it sounds like. The 49ers are just very gung-ho. Again, the big quote to me that stood out is, we knew he had potential to succeed in this league, but we had no idea how special of a player he would become. And that's really what it boils down to. They had, an idea, an inkling. Oh, yeah, this guy has some talent. But the fact that he became, their franchise quarterback when he was the last pick in the draft just shows you how special he is to the 49ers. Like, they owe him a lot. Like, honestly, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan can probably thank him for saving their job. He kind of came in. The quarterback situation was an absolute mess. It's a nightmare. Trey Lance, and then Jimmy Garoppolo. You're going to get rid of Jimmy. He stays. And it was like, oh, my God, QB controversy every single year. And then Brock comes, and there's no controversy anymore. He's your starting quarterback. So they owe him a lot, and I think that's part of this contract. He's like, dude, we owe you so much money. Owe you thank yous. Here you go. This is your contract. It's worth whatever. You're worth all the money we're paying you. And a lot of people out there are still going to say he's overpaid, this, that. In 2 years, when JD5 gets paid, contract's going to be worth nothing really compared to JD5 and CJ Stroud if he continues to play at the level he's been playing, right? So the 49ers, I think they did right by Brock Purdy, and I can't wait to hear what he has to say tomorrow. His first press conference since becoming the $265 million man tomorrow. I'm excited to hear what he has to say. I'm sure he's just going to be so super humble and thankful and grateful. But it's going to be nice to hear what my man Brock Purdy, BP13, says tomorrow, man. It's the first time. Like, it's crazy. This is generational money. It's changing his life. It's amazing. Unbelievable for Brock Purdy. You got to be happy for the guy. So what's up, Ryan? Debbie says, the Niners kept the core of this team and are building for the future. I love it. I love that they are. Lupe says, hit that like button for the awesome work Raj puts in. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button. Hey, Peter Parker says, no offseason drama. The boys are rested, probably feeling fresh and ready to get to work. And that is absolutely the best part of this offseason. No drama. No drama. You love it, right? Because 49ers get to focus on playing football. They It's May 20th today. May 20th today. And they got all their major contracts done. Like the only one you could probably think about is Jennings, but he'll probably, that's the next one. But they got their major core players locked and loaded. And, there's a lot of people that say, 49ers aren't doing anything this offseason. So CBS Sports posted this picture, this graphic, and it tells you really what the 49ers have been doing over the last couple of years. March 2021, they made Trent Williams the highest paid offensive line in the NFL. They made Kyle Juszczyk the highest paid fullback in the NFL. In September 2023, they made Nick Bosa the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. June 2024, the 49ers made Christian McCaffrey the highest paid running back in the NFL. August 2024, the 49ers make Brandon Ayuk the fifth highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. April 2025, the 49ers make George Kittle the highest paid tight end in the NFL. May 2025, Brock Purdy the seventh highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And Fred Warner the highest paid linebacker in the NFL. It's just crazy, man. The 49ers have made big contracts, and they've done a lot of, due diligence over the years. And a lot of people say they don't have this, they don't have this. They are trying. They're making sure they pay the players that they are building around their superstar, their core players. And the 49ers take care of their players. This year, they're just doing it earlier. And I think that is the golden, ticket to success. Get rid of these drama-filled off seasons and just go with the flow. And I love it this off season. So Peter Parker says no off season drama. That is absolutely 100%. So you got a clip of Santi saying he wants to collab, bro. Send it my way. I need a collab with my boy Santi. Can you imagine if I'm on Wrestling Talk, this might open doors for me. Let's go. I need Santi Zap. Your boy and Santi Zap collab would be absolutely generational. Send it to me, Julie. Send it to I don't know if you follow my personal page. It's so hard to keep up with my RSF 49ers DM. If you follow me on my personal page, go send it there, please. Purdy has to prove it, says Tej Beats. It's cool we signed him, but can he get us back to the major? Can he get us back? Is the major concern. Yeah, 100%. Just my personal page. It is, let me show you. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Personal page, it's Melwani, MELWANI_P. It's my last name _P. So MELWANI_P. There you go. But yeah, I agree with you, Tej Beats, that, yeah, okay, it's great. Brock Purdy, you got paid. Now let's go out there and prove you deserve the bag. You just got paid 5 years, $265 million. Some people are saying you're overpaid. Go out there, prove it. Take us to the promised land. Sometimes you got to win games. Fourth quarter comes, you can't turn into a mushroom. You can't turn into, a blooper quarter. You can't turn into Danny Dimes in the fourth quarter, No disrespect to Danny Dimes, but, right, he's not clutch quarterback. That's what happens to Brock. He doesn't have that clutch gene last year. If you look at last year, and that's what we're basing that, he kind of took a little step back. He has to go and take this team and elevate us. So, yeah, Santi is the GOAT. He really is. Niners kept the core of this team and are building for the future. Yep, I love that. I mean, overall, it is a good vibe, though. Yes, I know Brock has to prove himself, but it's just good business. It's fun for Brock. I think this is great. Again, the morale of this team is up. The vibes are hype. Again, Fred Warner, George Kittle, Brock Purdy all getting paid in a matter of weeks. It's just a fantastic time. It's like, whoa, wow. Been busy. I thought this was going to be a uneventful offseason until training camp, and it hasn't. So it's kind of nice. Keeps me busy. Keeps me on the screen here. Keeps me, keeping up with updates. So it's kind of nice in that sense, because usually it's boring. There's nothing to post. So I got to find out some those off-season type posts, just shit posts. And it's just like throwback posts. You're like, oh God, throwback to Justin Smith or this and that and the other. It's like off-season posts are usually the worst. And now we actually have some substance, some news, some cool stuff to post. And that's good. It's good for Niner fans. Yeah, so everybody's winning. It's been it's crazy. The draft came, right? The schedule release came. Free agency came. The draft came. Schedule release came, and they've been having all these other things on top of it, right? They're signing these players. Usually it's not that way. It's usually we're waiting. And the players are rested. They're hungry. All this excitement is just making this team even more, hungry to play. So good stuff. And let's talk about some other stuff that happened with the 49ers. So, of course, Brock Purdy, that was the big news of the day. And let's talk about Brock Purdy a little bit more. So this morning, Adam Schefter revealed that Brock Purdy initially requested, not necessarily him, but his team requested $65 million per year for the 49ers. I'm glad they didn't pay him 65, like north of 60 million. You know, initially, Brock Purdy and his agent were going in there and said, we're going to make $65 million a year. Aim for the stars, right? And then you come back down. That's a negotiation. That's how it is. It's negotiation tactics. I don't know if Brock was the one that said, yo, let's go and try to get 65 from these clowns. I don't think it was really him. It's his team, right? It's the agent. He says, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in, throw the number 65 mil. But it worked out in the end, right? Brock got his money. It all ended up going the right way. In the report, Adam Schefter says that there was no teams that expressed trade interest during the negotiation. So, yeah, I don't think the 49ers were getting a lot of trade interest. And that's not a bad thing. It's just there were teams that said he's good. He's just not what we want. He fits your guys' system, right? There's other teams that are looking for quarterbacks, but they want to go young. They're not trying to pay a quarterback $50 to $60 million. Like these quarterbacks, these teams that need a quarterback that are desperate, they're not going to go throw money at Brock Purdy, right? They're not going to throw money when they can go into the draft and get, you know, whoever's available, Cam Ward or whatever the case is. Like, yeah, this rookie class wasn't strong this year, but teams do want to save money, pay a rookie quarterback or a cheaper quarterback, and then build around it. That's usually the way, you know, teams are constructed, right? You go get a quarterback in the draft, you build around it. You're still saving money on your quarterback until you absolutely have to pay if he proves himself. So, yeah, I could see why teams didn't want to trade him. But it was interesting to know that Brock Purdy's team wanted $65 million off the bat. That to me was, you know, interesting. So 49ers, of course, they met in the middle. There was a report yesterday by Albert Breer, and it says that, hey, Brock Purdy came to minicamp to make sure it didn't get messy. He wanted to be there. He was the one that initiated. He said, look, I'm coming to minicamp. I don't have to be there. But he wanted to make sure things are in the right place. He's showing them, like, I'm here, man. I'm here to practice. I'm here to play. Let's get this done. And it was a good sign, and it was a good gesture from Brock, you know. So this team, again, there's no drama, no friction, and everything's flowing in the right direction. So shout out to Brock for doing what he had to do this offseason and not being, you know, a diva, you know. So there it is. Oh, Brock Purdy, official, signing the contract. Oh, man. Let's see. That's cool. Look, Brock Purdy officially got his contract. Love it. There you go. Quill Pen official. Love it. All right. So we get Warner for the next 5 years. Yeah, Fred Warner, if you know, Fred Warner actually had 2 years. So he had 5 years on top of the 2 years he had left. So man, Fred Warner, you gotta love Fred Warner's contract because that one they had wasted no time. He still had 2 years left, and the 49ers took care of business on him to make sure they knew. They were like, look, man, this guy deserves all the money in the world, and they made him the highest paid linebacker. So pretty cool for the 49ers to have paid their guys, like all their core guys. It just worked out really good this offseason, right? The 49ers, you got to love it, man. They had no drama, and it's just been a good offseason. Like I said, it's been nothing but straight vibes. So, yeah, I'll get you access soon after we hop off this live. You know, I'll be on there in a few minutes. So I wanted to come on here and talk some stuff about Brock Purdy officially signing. So the last story that we got was the 49ers officially today signed. So this is the last story. Sorry. The 49ers announced the sale of about 6% of the team to 3 local partners as it was approved by the league today. Jed York says, I'd like to welcome Dieter, Griffith, and the Kosla families to San Francisco 49ers. Together with my family and our partners, we're deeply committed to investing into the future of this organization, enhancing the fan experience, and supporting the region we proud to call home. So On top of that, the 49ers also are expected to have a one-day joint practice on August 14th prior to their preseason game on August 16th. So good stuff, man. So good stuff. The 49ers are going to have a joint practice with the Raiders. They're also supposed to have a joint practice with the Broncos. So it looks like the 49ers are going to have 2 joint practices. And good stuff, man. 49ers, they're taking care of business. They're taking care of their players. And, you know, you'd love to see it. Brock Purdy officially official. We're going to go talk about this later tonight with Dave Lombardi, with Larry Krueger tonight. Dave Lombardi. I want to talk about Dave Lombardi. I'm going to talk to this with you guys with Larry Krueger tonight. We'll be live at 8 p.m. Pacific tonight. Larry Krueger. But shout out to Brock Purdy. I'll be back live a little later. I'm going to go check out I got to do some paperwork. But we'll be back tonight. Me and Larry. Love y'all. Good stuff for Brock Purdy. He's officially official. And go Niners.